I'm Tony Vlahos for ExecuNet, and you're watching a special edition of From the Saddlebag. The job search trail can be lonesome and difficult. Some might even say downright treacherous if you can't see where you're going or don't know exactly what you're doing. Having a trusty guide makes all the difference, and that's where ExecuNet comes in. Joining me today is acclaimed Senior Executive Coach and Managing Director of the ExecuNet Career Services Group, Mr. Don Weintraub, who is going to answer questions you might have about how to leverage the current executive hiring market to find and get the role you want. Don, hello.
Good morning, Tony.
It's good to see you. Now, you've coached hundreds upon hundreds of executives in that very situation of needing to compete. So the million-dollar, actually more than million-dollar question is, if you're an astute job seeker at that level, how do you leverage the tight job market? How do you, in other words, stand out and compete and win?
Well, we view it in sort of two buckets. First, you've got to get in the door. And then once you're in the door, you need to win the competition. So the first piece, getting in the door, is really comparable to any other marketing situation. I literally just got off the phone with a gentleman I had spoken to in July. His boss was just fired. He's feeling vulnerable. He realized he's a marketing and sales person. He realized back in July that what I told him about his resume and LinkedIn profile, his marketing collateral, was exactly what he complains about to his marketing department. You know, this is not distinguishing. This is not going to stand out from the crowd. You know, can't you develop something better to help us market than what you're giving me? And literally, I told him the same, and he had a wow factor. It only took him 2+ months to get back to me, but he did. And we talked about how ExecuNet then could help him better market himself, because one really needs a go-to-market strategy with a push and a pull component. You need collateral, your resume, your LinkedIn profile, your cover letters, that are really going to stand out from the competition. If they just look like everyone else's, and they're in a style that you first developed when you left college 37 years ago, things like your age, things like your lack of expertise in marketing and sales is going to come right through the page. And the higher your salary level, the less likely it is that any of your jobs are going to come through a job posting. So you need to have a go-to-market strategy largely based on networking, largely based on marketing collateral. You need to make yourself easily found, which is the pull part of this. Your LinkedIn profile needs to be optimized. You need to understand the LinkedIn algorithm in order for you to be found on LinkedIn by individuals who might have the very perfect job for you. And all of that's to get you in the door, phase number one. Mm-hmm. Once you get in the door, it's like any other selling situation. You're going to have competition. You have to assume all the folks that they're talking to are equally qualified. And so how are you going to stand out from the crowd? And the thing that either will help you do so or will get in your way is likely to be what we would call your value conversation. Most folks I get to talk to have little, if any, idea about what they're counting on to win, what will distinguish their brand, what will distinguish their unique value from other highly qualified candidates. If you don't know that, it can't be reflected in your resume and LinkedIn profile. If you don't know that, then when somebody says to you, "So Tony, tell me a little bit about yourself," you're going to just regurgitate what they already know about you from your resume, rather than the information that will help you to stand out. So you need to have this push and pull marketing strategy. You need to first get in the door, and then you need to compete to win, much like in a selling situation. And that's the way we view this process. That's the way we help you to prepare your materials. That's the way we coach you to be successful throughout the process.